How's it going, everybody? We're back. That's right, we are back. And today we're going to be talking about something a little different. It's not a horror movie, although it is pretty fucking terrible. It's it's one of the worst movies ever made. It is not Troll 2. That will come in time because Troll 2 is one of the worst, best movies ever made, as the documentary foretold. Today we're going to talk about The Room. And I was with my partner and I was like, I want you to see this movie. And that's all I really told her. I said it's a good bad movie, is what I said. But she was not prepared for the greatness of Tommy Wiseau and everything that this man does. And eh, she she watched this movie. Her jaw was on the floor the entire time, like she could not believe the words that were coming out of this man's mouth, and the delivery and the acting and the set. And from the opening scene where Tommy comes in with, I think it's roses or something, and she's like, this can't be the movie. I'm like, no, it for sure is. And you're watching this horrible actor making this terrible movie. And I actually, this time watching it, it was worse than the other times, I think. And I just went into this, and I was thinking, this man Tommy Wiseau, this insane lunatic from a country of undetermined origins, he from Parts Unknown. Tommy Wiseau from Parts Unknown. He thought he was making something good. And same thing with Troll 2. And I think a lot of times now people make bad movies to make bad movies. They make them to be bad so that they circulate and people say, "Oh, you have to see this. It was so bad. It was good." But The Room and Troll 2, they're fantastic. I mean, I legitimately belly laugh every time. You know, it's not true. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. It's like it's high quality cinema. You know, it's one of the greatest films of all time. It's art. Sadly enough, it is art. Say whatever you will about The Room. They had special cameras for it. Tommy Wiseau wrote it. These actors were in it. People put their heart and soul into it, thinking they were making something. And the reality is, I mean, they didn't. They made one of the worst pieces of dreck in the history of cinema. But it's so bad that it's amazing. It is amazing. It's an amazing work. This deserves to be talked about because it really is that bad. And now me and showing it to my partner, we're able to, talk about. We're able to joke to one another. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. Or funny story, Mark. It's and that's what I'm trying to do with this little video. Is I want you to go out and watch bad cinema. I want you to go watch Burial Ground. I want you to go watch The Room. I want you to go watch a Neil Breen movie, Birdemic, because people worked on these movies as bad as they are. They filmed them, they spent money on them, they thought they were going to be good, and Lord help them, they're not good. The Room, it's just not. It's just, I know I'm saying it's fantastic and it's bad, but they can be both. And so often that fails. I think it has to be in earnest. I think you really have to sit down and say, well, I'm going to make a good movie, and then do everything wrong that you want to do with this movie. I think there's things like that in all art. I think I've seen paintings where it's just like, what were they thinking, or songs that it's like, this is the worst song I've ever heard, but it's kind of amazing. I don't have any examples at the moment because I just turned on the camera or the mic and just started babbling like I normally do. And I think people listen to my stuff and they're like, well, this person's a complete moron. And so The Room is it's one of those just rare movies, lightning in a bottle. It really is. And I know I don't have much to say about it that hasn't been said. I mean, like, what can you say about The Room that hasn't been said before? I mean, it's bad acting. It's terrible. It's terrible green screen. It's just the horrible. The pace is terrible. The story is dreadful. The acting is horrific, as I've already said. I mean, the dialogue is something out of a wet fart. You know, but there's a charm in there. There's a charm that Tommy Wiseau brings. It's there's something to his. I'd like to think like everyone else is playing this movie straight, but Tommy Wiseau is playing it as Tommy Wiseau, and it's just it is what it is. And I don't want to talk about Troll 2 right here in this video. This video is dedicated to um, the amazing stylings of one Tommy Wiseau, but there will be a Troll 2 video very soon. But I just wanted to get on here and talk for 6 or 10 minutes about how I really think that The Room could be considered a work of art. It really is. Like I said, people worked on this movie as bad as it is, and it's bad. It gets horrible when the mother-in-law comes in, and she's just like, "Well, it's official. I have cancer," and you're like, "What? Huh? What?" Okay. And then the daughter's like, "Oh, you'll be fine." She's like, "Yeah, I guess." No, you just said you were dying a split second ago. None of the scenes in this movie lead anywhere. Nothing matters in this film. There's no plot thread that matters. There's no there's no scenes that matter. I mean, there's a scene where like two people come into Tommy's house and just fuck on the or get the guy gets head on the couch for no reason. And when they're found out, they're just like waka waka. We were just trying to get laid, and that's where it goes. Um, you know, but the scenes with Lisa and her mother are just they're pointless, And then there's the whole Denny drug addictive scene, that goes nowhere. It's just like Tommy and Mark just grab the guy and Chris R and they bring him to the police station. Like, yeah, that's gonna work. Just find a guy with a gun, just bring him to the police station. Be back in 5 minutes because the police will handle it all. They're not gonna have any questions for you. They're not gonna like wonder, well, why did you kidnap this guy? Okay, just because you said he was like threatening your friend, you should have called the police then. You don't just whatever. Um, so yeah, so what I'm suggesting to you now is to stop whatever you're doing. I don't care if you've seen The Room 1,000 times. In fact, a fun story. I was on a weekend trip with a girlfriend of mine back in 2013. We were at MagFest and MagFest 2013. And we spent the first day there. We had a good day. I was nerding out over the Channel Awesome people, and so she didn't. I don't know why she was there. She didn't like anything like reviewers or anything, and she didn't like video games. I don't know why she went, but later that night in the hotel room, I played. I showed her The Room. Well, we don't talk much anymore, but uh, she did. She did watch The Room and she enjoyed it. She just got tired of me real quick over the weekend. So, that's a fun little story. So, yeah, so go see The Room, watch it, enjoy it, cherish it deep within the bottom of your heart. Then maybe watch Troll 2. Then maybe watch like Burial Ground. Burial Ground's really bad. Oh, man, I might do a whole series of good bad movies, So, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to get on here and talk about The Room, Tommy Wiseau, how he's a god amongst mortals. He really is. He's something. He's definitely something. So, with that said, my friends, it is not the end of the world. Nope. It is just the end of the day. Peace out. Be good to one another.
What a story, Mark.